So we really appreciate it if you're doing that. And if you guys can move from this edge, you can move in a little bit. And if you guys from this edge, you can move in just a little bit. That is awesome. You look great. I'm just waiting for the word that cameras are ready, and then we're going to go.
What a great audience.
What's that sign say? Applesauce. No, this is a flop.
Dad, I'm waiting for you. Okay, let's try that previous introduction again. Ladies and gentlemen, Dale.
Hello, hello. Welcome, Oskar Blues friends and family.
Woo!
Can I get a big hell yeah?
Hell yeah!
Come on. Can I get a big hell yeah?
Hell yeah!
Thank you. I'd like to welcome my friends James and Martin from BrewDog. They've traveled here from Scotland to brew a beer with us today.
Woo!
That's a good one.
Close your eyes, kids.
Hello. Hi.
So we came here from Scotland on a mission to make the ultimate Colorado beer, and to do that we enlisted the help of a herd of Black Angus cattle, a smokologist, a solar power expert, Dale, and some cactus. And we also wanted to harness the power of the sun.
So when we drove into Colorado and then we were coming closer to Denver, we thought, how the hell can we capture the essence of this state? And for us, when we come to somewhere different, we want to find out what happens here and then try and work out how we can put that into a beer. Me, I'm getting close to the edge.
But we also wanted to do something audacious, something innovative, and something that had never been done before. We wanted to make a beer that epitomised everything that we thought rocked about this state, but we wanted to do something that was a little bit stupid as well.
So we needed a bit of inspiration from the local area. So we went out and the first thing we thought was the people. And so far we found the people super nice. So we've had Dale, he's okay. And we were around about Boulder as well, and we went past a spa, did a little tasting, and they did this to me.
Say it ain't so. Say it ain't so. It is so.
Sure. That's the first time I've had my chest shaved, and they did it for free. That's so nice.
It was the back alley place in Boulder you all know. Remember?
Sometimes you're thinking, God, I'm so hot in this temperature. What can I do to just lighten the load a little bit? A spa, and they said, welcome in. Well, fine, we'll give you a beer tasting. And they said, what can I do for you? Can I paint your nails? I was like, no, I don't need my nails painted. Can I wax your chest? I was like, well, it's either my chest or my back sack and crack. So we settled with chest.
I've been with this guy many hours brewing this beer, and I think I've seen him naked 6 times. So be careful tonight.
So what we're going to do next, I'm going to let you guys taste it, and after we've tasted it, I'm going to tell you how we've made it. But before you guys taste it, what I want to do is let you guys see how we like to taste beer in Scotland. So what you have in your glass, it's a culmination of myself, Martin, Dale's lifetime's worth of passion, of commitment, of dedication. This is not a generic beer made by a faceless cowboy. This is a handcrafted artisanal beer. So you've got to take your time, you've got to show it respect, you've got to get to know the beer. So this is what we do in Scotland. Hello. How are you? Just as I say hello to this lady here. Hello. How are you?
How are you?
I take my time with her. She's going to open up to me the same way the beer's going to. Hello. How are you? I'm good. I've got peach, tangerine, kiwi, lychee, cinnamon, toffee, burning pirate ships, smoky notes in there. Then when you taste it, you don't just want to gulp it back like a stupid mofo. You want to get this in contact with all of your tongue. So tip of your tongue, sides of your tongue, underneath your tongue, back on top of your tongue, and then down. Your tongue's not just for tasting or whatever you scamps do at the weekend. It's for tasting beer. So you've got to get the beer in contact with all of your tongue. So this is how we like to do it. And if you guys could pick up the glass and join me. So first, hello.
Hello.
I quite like this Scottish accent. I don't know if you're mocking me or either way, I'm taking that as a compliment. So thank you. Okay, so, hello.
Hello.
How are you?
How are you?
Okay, so now taste. So this beer's, you want to have this beer in your mouth for about 6 seconds, kind of like this. So, on the tip of your tongue, you're going to get the malt sweetness, you're going to get cinnamon, toffee, caramel, honey, kind of hints of smokiness. As the beer goes back on the sides of your tongue, you're going to get the amazing hop flavours, tangerines, citric flavours. We've used a few special things in there, and at the end of the palate, you get the bitterness, but you get a bit of smokiness, which for me manifests itself in the form of notes of burning pirate ships. Hopefully you guys tasted all of those things too. So here's what was actually in the beer.
I'll tell you a little bit. I started on the people of Denver, but there's actually quite a lot of inspiration we took from Denver in general. The first thing was the people, the second thing was the history. So you've got the pioneers that were out here, and then you've also got the lifestyle. And for me, the lifestyle is one of the most fascinating parts about Denver and Colorado in general. And it kind of fits in with the landscape, but we'll do them separately. So lifestyle, you've got the great outdoors, camping, hiking, mountain biking, climbing. What else do you do?
And by the way, any
Drink beer.
vegetarians here? Any vegetarians? Put your hands up.
Children, close your ears.
Any vegetarians? Okay, now's a good time for you to fuck off. And definitely not taste this beer. Okay, so this beer is going to keep the hippies happy, the vegetarians not so much.
I think the clue's in the big slice of beef that's served.
So the lifestyle is what inspired the location of where we brewed this beer. We drove all of this up to the top of Mount Evans and brewed a beer at 14,000 plus feet. And we used the sun, believe it or not, to brew this beer. We took our mountain bikes and rode one of my favorite trails that I ride every day, and we picked prickly pear, cactus, cacti.
And then we picked prickly pear pricks out of James's scrotum when he went over the handlebars and ended up crashing.
That is true, actually.
And the other thing that's quite unique about this beer is the malt base. So when we think about Denver, when we think about this state of Colorado from Scotland, we think about cattle, and we wanted to infuse some of that in the beer. So this beer is actually made with malt that's been smoked over cuts of meat. So this is a meat smoked malt beer.
And it's not just any cuts of meat, it's cuts of meat from the Black Angus at the Hops and Heifers farm, which is part of Oskar Blues. So it's cows that have been fed on the spent grains from the mash of Dale's Pale Ale and all your other great beers. And those cows are sitting there the best life ever. They've got an awesome field and they're just eating mash and grass.
Until that one.
It's a great 17-month life.
Remember that one?
You'll notice your beer is garnished with a little bit of the steamship that we smoked from one of our cows, and the drippings from this meat dripped down onto the malt as we smoked it.
We had the smoker over there with a pig on top. So if you can imagine that we had the malt laid on the base in pans, and then we had the meat that was actually on the griddles over the top. And as the applewood smoke was passing through the smoker, it was then dripping onto the malt, and it was that malt that was infused with the beef that we used to make the beer.
And we've also used cactus in this beer as well. So we thought cactus doesn't taste of that much. We went mountain biking with Dale. We got some cacti, and they taste amazing. You get citrus flavors in there. It's floral. It's amazing flavors, and it complements the Centennial hops that we've used in this beer so much. So meat smoked malt, cactus, but we didn't just stop there. To make this beer, we harnessed the power of the sun. So this is the first beer that's ever been made using the sun to heat the hot water, to heat the mash, and to boil the wort.
And we're not talking solar panels into electric engines or anything like that. We've got the sun. Put this down, I need an explanation. We've got the sun that then comes down onto parabolic mirrors that then bounce back up onto the mash tun, onto the kettle, onto the hot liquor tank. It was quite an incredible achievement that we used our scientist to help us with. He's over there.
David.
Well done, David. We also had. Sorry, on you.
We also picked the Centennial hops from our farm, the same farm where we raise these cattle that we serve the spent grain from. And yes.
So this beer is a bit audacious, it's a bit silly, it's an insane mix of flavors. You get meat sweetness, you get smokiness, you get the Centennial hops, you get the cacti flavors in there. But hopefully you guys are sensible enough to like it.
Okay, but before they taste it, I need you guys to do this, not in the 22-minute version. If you could condense this into where you each tell a little bit about the beer, like I'm talking 2 sentences, and then get to the tasting. Right?
Really? Refill? Okay.
No, sorry. We only have so many. I'm so sorry.
That's all right. That's all right.
That's right. Thank you.
Lucky dog. I thought we weren't supposed to drink it. I was waiting.
Rehash what we just did, or
Actually, let's let them do that.
I did.